Hello guys, this is Pavel from Laravel Daily Team and founder of QuickAdminPanel.com, the Laravel generator, and this is the video to demo you some project. And we will create expense tracker like this one. You see the final result. So dashboard of expense tracker and some CRUDs for categories of expenses and actual expenses. And we will create that in QuickAdminPanel. So this video will consist of a few parts. First part will be generating all of that without any code. Then we will download it locally and make some customizations like menu items rearrangement, some bug fixes, seeding for default categories and stuff like that. So I will do some coding lessons and then we will put it all to GitHub and make it public repository. So let's go. Here I am in my dashboard for QuickAdminPanel, and we will create a new panel which we call it Expenses Tracker 2019, for example. We can choose Laravel version, and just for the sake of showing some features, we can change date format, and let's check the theme Core UI, which is Bootstrap 4 based. And in our panel, we will generate only two CRUDs, two menu items. By default, QuickAdminPanel comes with that role and permission manager. But on top of that, we need two things: expense categories and actual expenses. And then we will install a module called reports and dashboard, and when we will make dashboard reports. But for now, let's start with menus and let's create a CRUD called categories. Okay, sorry, categories. Okay, that's it's suggesting the name because I've created the same CRUD previously, and we will accept that. So we are waiting for writing files, but meanwhile we can create second CRUD. Sorry, my voice is pretty shaky today, not sure why. Expenses. So expenses, we will cancel the suggestion. What fields do we actually need? Belongs to relationship to category, right? So every expense should belong to category. So we choose belong to relationship, category. It is optional, and the model for that will be categories, and the field will be name, field to show in the list. It's not the relationship field. The relationship field will be automatically created as expenses.category_ID equals categories ID. So category, then amount. For the amount we have a separate field money. So amount, it will be required because no expense can come without any amount. Then let's put a name and a description. Description could be text area for like longer text. And also one more field, expense date, because we cannot use created at Laravel default field because expense might have happened in the past and someone wants to enter it in the past. So expense date picker. Optional? No, it is not optional, it's required. Okay, and we save another CRUD, and it's been generated. Okay, and we have our categories and expenses, and next thing we need to do is to add a module called dashboard and reports. We will install the module, and then it will allow us to add widgets. It's called widgets to our dashboard, similar to this one. So again, I will show you the final result. So dashboard like this one will have three reports here. First is this chart. So by day, then by category, and then total expenses. So first widget is line chart by date. So we select a CRUD called expenses. Then the aggregating function will be sum of amount. Group by day, you can group by week or by month. And filtering last 30 days. And daily expenses, 30 days. Let's actually put a widget 1/3 of a row, save that. Then another dashboard widget would be also line chart, actually pie chart for expenses by category. So some amount at the end of all that list is a category, so we can group by a relationship as well. Show last 30 days and expenses by category, 30 days. And also let's change the width to 1/3, actually 1/3, yep, 1/3. And finally, the last dashboard will be number block, which is total amount of something. In our case, will be expenses, sum of amount for the last 30 days. So total expenses 30 days. And also 1/3 of a row. We save. And basically that's it. Now we can preview the panel. So there is a button on top, preview panel, which would actually download, not download, upload the code to our server, deploy it, and preview the panel. So let's click that. Deploying files. It should take around half a minute. So I will skip that. Okay, it's deployed now, and we can click continue to log into our new dashboard, which will be empty for now. So these are 3 reports. These are empty for now, but let's fill it in with something. Categories, for example, let's get food and transport as expenses, and then let's fill in some expenses. So for example, food amount would be, I don't know, some random amount. Groceries, expense date, for example, this one. Then for example, I don't know, $3.99, some cheeseburger at this date. Okay, so we save that, and then, for example, transport is $9.99 for Uber, for example. And let's see what the dashboard shows. So we see the dashboard, and this is exactly what we needed. So this is daily expenses. Exactly, so lower and higher. Expense by category is $9.99 per transport, and food is 14. And total expenses is 24. And this is actually a small bug in our QuickAdminPanel, which I've noticed. So it doesn't show the sum for with cents. It shows only rounded amount. And let's find out where it actually can be customized. And now we get to the second step of our video, is customizing the code. To customize the code, there are a few ways, and let's get back to our problem. In our preview, we need to change this one and fix that small bug that it would actually show decimal places, decimal digits. There's a feature called view code, so you can check the code without even downloading it, and you can search for the exact file or controller or view or blade. It's Laravel typical project. I know from my experience that this number is in home.blade.php, and this is the value that we need. So third chart, third settings 3 variable. So the fix that we actually need is to add comma 2, another parameter to number format method, so it would actually show decimal places. Now, how do we customize the code? You cannot do that online, because online in our generator we just generate the code. So you would have to download the code, make some customizations, and then put it on GitHub. Or you can push to GitHub directly from our generator. So I'll show you both ways. If you click download code, it will give the archive, zip archive, with some instructions, which are typical things in Laravel. So composer install, migrate, generate storage link, and you can log in with those. And the whole project is the same as you saw in view code, the same structure. So what we need to do is copy that and paste into some folder. So this is my empty folder. I've prepared the Homestead domain already, q3.test. And now we launch the terminal. I'm using Laravel Homestead, and inside that folder, let's check what files we have. I've already prepared .env file. Let's check the structure. By default, you won't have that. You will have .env.example. So copy example to .env and fill it in with your data. So in my case, it's database Q3, up URL. Keys already generated, so I don't need to do that, but I do need to run composer install. Composer install will do the same as typical composer command. You can actually check composer JSON file here. What do we actually generate? So Laravel framework is 6.0. This is our own package for the charts. This is for data tables. Laravel passport is for API. So we don't have too many external dependencies or packages that you need to learn. It will be all inside of these files, like home blade. And let's see what Composer JSON brings us. Okay, Composer install is finished, and now we are seeding the database. So migrate fresh, because I have some data already, so I will do fresh and seed. Okay, and now let's launch it in browser. q3.test. It's my local domain. My homepage is from Product Hunt. I'm quite a big fan of products. Yeah, so let's log in, admin.com, and password is password by default, and we should see the same thing as we did in the preview. So it's empty, and let's add something just to see the data. So food, to save you time, I will add just one expense, but food 10/24, for example, McDonald's. Expense date is September, and we will see the dashboard number not rounded up as expected, right? So it should be 10/24. So now let's go to the code and customize that. Okay, we've opened the project in PHP Storm, and let's look for that home blade that we need, and let's customize that number format to 2. Yeah, so this is fixed now. So we fixed download the code, download it, put some stuff in Blade, and it works. Another thing that you can do is customize the seeds. For example, if you want to have category seed, for example, as category seeder. So we have some seeder with QuickAdminPanel, but let's generate another one. So PHP artisan make seeder categories table seeder. Created successfully, and it should be here. So in here we will create just category create name equals food, and another one transport. You can add more, but I will just show you as an example, and inside of seeder we just add that to the end. So category table categories table seeder class. And let's run, still running, so we will run migrate fresh seed one more time, and let's see if it works for us and if we have those categories. Migrate fresh seed. Okay, and let's refresh our dashboard. It should be empty probably, but we should have 2 categories. Right, 2 categories. So this is how you can customize the code locally. The point here was to show you that we don't really hide any code. It's default Laravel structure, and you can customize pretty much anything. And the final thing I want to show you here is how you can push to GitHub directly from our admin panel, from the dashboard. There is a button called push to GitHub link, and you should connect your GitHub account here. I've already done that, so I can just select a repository from all my repositories. I've just created a totally fresh Laravel expenses. In my browser it looks like this, so totally empty repository. We click push, and it's pushing files to Git, and we'll email when it's done. It typically takes like 10 seconds or so we can remove that and refresh the browser. It may be already done. Yep, it's already done. The message is QuickAdminPanel automatic commit with all that structure. And yeah, if you want to customize that, you just add collaborators and add more people. And final thing I will do in this video is I will actually make that repository public. So at the bottom, make repository public. It will ask for repository name. I understand, make that repository public. And there you go. This is the URL, Laravel Daily Laravel Expenses 2019. I will also put that in the YouTube video. And yeah, this is how we created a small Laravel project in like 10 or 15 minutes with deployment, with push to GitHub. And this is how much time you can save with our QuickAdminPanel. And yeah, expect more videos like this one. I want to create more demo projects for you, so this is a simple one, but I will create more, we'll take real projects from Upwork or elsewhere, and yeah, follow this YouTube channel to watch more videos like that one. Cheers.